Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, no, no. Eres perfecta mujer, de la cabeza a los pies. Tú pasas de mi nivel, tú tienes el piquete. De la forma que tú besas, mami, más simétrica que un origami. De la forma que tú besas, mami, más simétrica que un origami. Eres perfecta mujer, de la cabeza a los pies. Tú pasas de mi nivel, tú tienes el piquete. De la forma que tú besas, mami, más simétrica que un origami. De la forma que tú besas, mami, más simétrica que un origami. Amarte es mi maña, que lo que toca mi mano se daña. Pero amor es lo que dicen, como un color entre los grises.
Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. Happy early Mother's Day to those of you that are mothers, or if you are single dads and you are acting as mother. I know it's tomorrow, but hey, why not just give out my early shout out since I won't be having a video to upload. So this build, I have really been into the Jungle Adventures lately. I purchased the pack like maybe 3 weeks ago, and I had not played it yet. I really just wanted it for the build objects, but then with my Sims, because I build and play as I go along, like I'll build buildings or lots as it suits my needs for playing. And I decided that I really didn't like the little cantina that was here in Jungle Adventures. So I believe that I'm going to change this name into AltaPlaza Centre. I am actually half Mexican and I don't speak a word of Spanish. But anyways, and I really wanted this to be, I wanted it to be like more of a bar, but I wanted there to be other options. So if you wanted to make this be a karaoke club or a nightclub, or I was also going to put a restaurant on it, I wanted to just make it be diverse so that anyone who downloaded this lot can use it for whatever their need was. But I typically just play with it as the bar setting, and it will be uploaded to the gallery as a bar. And the bar is located on the 3rd floor. So there's 3 floors to this building. The first floor has a retail shop, and you will see me make a like cantina that goes out onto the patio, but I decided to change that later into a coffee shop. And I did play test it as a coffee shop, and it worked fine. And then on the 2nd floor, there were 2 sections for a restaurant. So I made like a fancier side of the restaurant and then like a more casual side. But then I changed that as well and decided that I really didn't like that. So I ended up changing that into just half of a restaurant. And then the other half of the floor is it's an art gallery. And I actually downloaded some cool art. It's not, there's no CC in this build. The art is not considered custom content because the reference paintings that another sim player did in their game. But the photos are of Selvadorada. I forgot the name of the town. But anyways, so it's very cute because they're all like local photos of, or paintings rather, of like the waterfalls and all that good stuff. So it's very fitting. And I will place a download link in the description below if you're interested in downloading those paintings. You shouldn't have to because it's already included in the build and it's not considered CC. But if you just want to go and download the paintings for yourself, I'll put the link. And actually, I don't remember because this particular simmer had like two downloads that were like 2 different sets of paintings, and I don't remember exactly which one I chose. So I will put a download link for both of them in case you are curious about it. Now, the other thing about this building was that there's 2 diagonal wings right here. And this was such a pain in the ass to roof. Oh my gosh. As you can see, like the roofing is not that great. And there was a section there where it was showing that it wasn't glass yet. But I do make the entire roof a glass roof. But it's just because you have diagonal wings going into a half a sphere. So it's kind of patchy going around the sphere, and it comes out looking okay. And there's a lot of sunlight, obviously, when you're playing on the third floor, which is the bar. And from afar, it looks really beautiful. It's really beautiful at night, but in build mode and stuff, when you look up close, it's just really kind of, just kind of messy looking with the different angles and bits and pieces that I had to use to try to patch and cover every single section of the roof. And it was mainly because of the diagonaling. There's a lot of little cutouts and stuff in which I couldn't exactly place the roof, and I don't know, it was a big pain in the ass. But anyways, never again. I don't think I'm going to be playing with much diagonaling in my builds anymore, just because I did not like it. Here I thought it would be fairly easy because there are diagonal roofs and half roofs and all that stuff, but it just really wasn't. And actually, even a lot of decorating, like placing items and stuff, like it just throws everything off because it's odd. It's not like evenly set, and I don't know. It was annoying. So actually, one half of the wing is a little bit larger than the other, and I don't really care about that, but I do typically like to build symmetrically so that they match, but unfortunately one side is a little bit bigger. So up on the final third floor, that is where the bar is, and that's where the bulk of my gameplay for this build was at. So I built an outdoor bar on the patio, and then there's also a bar in the inside. But what you could do is, and what I did for my gameplay, like as I was doing the little edits at the end, I do not a house tour because it's a lot, but when I do the tour of the build at the very end, I was doing the gameplay as well. So I wanted to get as many of the Sims active on whatever bar it was that I was showing. So what I would do is the outdoor patio bar, I just removed the actual bar or blocked it so that the bartender couldn't use it. And then that kind of just forced all the other simmers and everyone else to the simmers, all the other Sims and everyone else to the indoor bar part. And then when I wanted to show the bar outside, I did the same thing. I kind of just blocked the inside bar so that the bartender couldn't use that one. And then it forced everyone out onto the patio. So I do kind of renovate this build several times. Originally, you see me build bathrooms on opposite sides of each other on this bottom floor, but then I end up taking that out and just keeping one set of bathrooms on this first floor. And then I put another set of bathrooms on the second floor so that the restaurant can share it and the art gallery. There are no bathrooms on the third floor. So it's not that far down for your Sims to have to travel. Maybe your Sims will think it's kind of far to travel, but I didn't have any accents with my Sims, so I think it's fine. So here I'm just building the little retail shop. And this is just more, I didn't really do a gameplay test for a retail shop here. In fact, I didn't really see an option to make it a retail shop, like for gameplay. So it's more for looks, just so there's the presence of like a souvenir shop or whatever. So I put a little bit of everything. There's a little bit of like art, decor. There's like, I end up putting a shelf here for things that your Sims might need, like laundry soap and that kind of stuff. And then I put some clothing up in the back corner just to show, like, you're buying sweatshirts or whatever, that souvenirs. Or maybe they're jackets. Maybe, people forgot to buy jackets for this place because it's so warm. Actually, the weather kind of fluctuates in this town. I'm not sure if you've if many of you played this pack, but it goes from hot to cold sometimes, depending on where you're at when your sim is out exploring, I guess. But anyhow, so this is just that little souvenir shop. And then I wanted to put like more activities outside for your Sims to do. So this is going to be, it's built as a bar right now, right here, a little cantina, but I do change this part to the coffee shop. And so right outside the coffee shop, there is a microphone. It's more like a loungy kind of balcony. So there's a microphone, and then there's the little bubble machine. And I think I put a guitar out there because one of the criteria is to make it a lounge. I think it was to make it a lounge, there has to be a musical instrument on the lot. So I do put a guitar there. And then outside on the other little patio outside of this retail shop, I just put some seating and like a little fountain. And then, like I said before, the second floor is the restaurant and the art gallery. So they don't have any outdoor balconies or anything on that floor, but there are 2 outdoor balconies on the 3rd floor. And on the 3rd floor, one of them is that outdoor bar. And then the other one, I put like a fireplace and a foosball table and just like a regular table so they could just like chill out with their drinks or whatever to lounge on the patio out there. And I wanted to make this patio be a little bit more festive looking. So I put those little colorful lights. I did have to like shrink them down because the regular size was running into the upper floor of the restaurant. They were poking through. So I did have to shrink those. And then I'm trying to think what other changes I made to this. The outside decor, I changed a little bit. I tried putting some tiles and stuff on the outside just to give it a little bit more texture, but I didn't really like how that looked. So I ended up adding, they're like these little wire meshes. I don't know what you call them, but I ended up decorating the wall. You'll see later with that. And then the little archways that are in front of the bar on the 3rd floor, they have little arches there. And what I had to do is I had to change that because the way that round shaped roof, it's protruding over the edge of the building, and I didn't like that. And even in the screenshots or the video footage rather, you might notice that, and that's because I went ahead and changed that after I did all of my gameplay footage, my B-roll, if you will. So I went ahead and changed that, and so it doesn't stick out anymore. There is a wall there, but in order to do that, I had to pop out that wall where the archways are, so that changes a little bit, but it doesn't really change the shape of the overall building all that much. It's just a small detail. And so now this is the floor that the restaurant is on, and I wanted to give it a very tiled Spanish kind of look, but I hated the color of like the terracotta tiles. They weren't like a true terracotta. I felt like they were either really orangey looking or really red. It wasn't that like burnt orange look that I wanted. So I ended up just putting cement down on this entire floor. I think I also put cement on the bar floor as well. And I should have just cut all this part out because this is a teaser since I pull that whole section out. So that was supposed to be the casual dining area. And then this side over here is going to be the fancier side for dining. But like I said, I end up changing the casual dining area over to an art gallery. And you will see that very soon. And oh my gosh, have any of you actually played the I can't say that. Selvadorada. Have you guys played in this world rather? It's a really beautiful world. I like it. It's kind of fun because like even when I was doing my B-roll footage, like there's exotic birds like flying across the screen. It's really neat. But I am really enjoying playing the archaeology portion of it. So my sim that you see at the end of this, she's a blonde wearing like a white tank top with pink shorts. And she is the archaeologist. Her name is Sloan. And actually she is one of the now young adult twins from my 100 baby challenge. And I will link down below if you're interested in seeing my 100 baby challenge house build. That's a 3-part series. I'm sorry, it's kind of long, but I did a house tour of what the house had looked like before I was really into building. So I kind of just started with a Max's house on that one and just went along, just added, as I needed, whatever. But anyways, so I think I'm like 60 kids into my 100 baby challenge. And anyways, so Sloan is one of the twins. She obviously is not going to be the matriarch because she has a younger sister that will end up being the matriarch. But anyways, so I decided to play Sloan and her sister, the twins. And I wanted to make her twin be a freelance writer, and Sloan was going to be also a freelance writer. But then I decided I wanted to use her to play the Selvadorada world. So I made her be an archaeologist. And actually, I want her to become a celebrity archaeologist, like well-known. So that's the reason why I started playing here, was to get her exposed to the culture and archaeology skill, and we're trying to build up the collection so that she collects all of the relics and stuff. And actually, my goal has been for her to try to figure out a way to kill her neighbor. It's so mortal. But she's living in an apartment building with Penny in San Myshuno, and most people know who Penny is, but she has already used the curse of electrocution like 5 times on her, and we can't kill her. So I'm trying to find if there's another death one to use, another death relic. So that's our goal. She looks sweet and innocent, but she's not. She really just hates Penny because Penny makes too much noise in her neighborhood, and Penny now has 2 children. Anyhow, going on and on. We are coming to the end of this build, and please stay tuned for the screenshots, the footage, so you can see the entire build and everything that I cut out and added. The download link for this build will be in the description below, and also the download links for those paintings I mentioned will also be down below. Please subscribe if you haven't yet, like this video, and I thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time.
Amor es lo que dicen, como un color entre los grises. Yo nunca te fallé, tú no eres cualquiera, tú eres la mujer, mi corazón anhela. Pasan por ahí todas esas poses que tú conoces, gracias a mi mujer, ni tu amigo, pero en vivo solo contigo disfruto el show, bebé. Alright, cita, dime pa' dónde vas, que yo te caigo donde sea. Eres perfecta mujer, de la cabeza a los pies. Tú pasas de mi nivel, tú tienes el piquete. De la forma que tú besas, mami, más simétrica que un origami. De la forma que tú besas, mami, más simétrica que un origami. Eres perfecta mujer, de la cabeza a los pies. Tú pasas de mi nivel, tú tienes el piquete. De la forma que tú besas, mami, más simétrica que un origami. De la forma que tú besas, mami, más simétrica que un origami. Somos Adán y Eva, y estoy listo pa' tomar el castigo. Yeah. Y todo lo prohibido y las pecados que tú y yo hemos cometido. Pasan por ahí todas esas poses que tú conoces, gracias a mi mujer, ni tu amigo, pero en vivo solo contigo disfruto el show, bebé. Alright, cita, dime pa' dónde vas, que yo te caigo donde sea. Eres perfecta mujer, de la cabeza a los pies. Tú pasas de mi nivel, tú tienes el piquete. De la forma que tú besas, mami, más simétrica que un origami. De la forma que tú besas, mami, más simétrica que un origami. Eres perfecta mujer, de la cabeza a los pies. Tú pasas de mi nivel, tú tienes el piquete. De la forma que tú besas, mami, más simétrica que un origami. De la forma que tú besas, mami, más simétrica que un origami. Eso es lo que tú eres para mí. Ricky Baker on the beat. Voy a ser muy cuidadoso con ese tesoro que me has dado. Muchas gracias, esto es para ti. Quiero tenerte, quiero besarte, satisfacerte, que tú despiertes al lado mío. En Dios confío, me ha regalado lo que he pedido y un poco más, solo un poco más. Lo que me da, hermosa, nunca lo voy a soltar, nunca lo voy a soltar, porque te adoro, adoro, tú eres mi tesoro. Tú calmas mis penas y también mis antojos. Mi tesoro, mi tesoro. Sé que todo nos va a salir bien guay. Sonríe porque lo ves, sin problema lo haría un montón de veces. Mi tesoro, ven pa' acá. Llegó ese pirata que te sabe amar. Nos vamos suave pero bien seguro. Sé que tú eres la del futuro. Eres mi wife, wife. Actitud tienes tú, no te importa lo que otros dicen de ella. Me han tocado esas nubes grises en color. Tu calor me hace bien cuando hace tanto frío. Tanto amor, tanto amor, tanto amor. Te adoro, adoro, tú eres mi tesoro. Tú calmas mis penas y también mis antojos. Mi tesoro, mi tesoro. Sé que todo nos va a salir bien guay. Tú semillas en mi jardín las planto, pon las notas que también me las canto. Tú eres por lo que he estado esperando y ya se volvió una realidad, mujer. Tengo lo que quería tener, mi tesoro, aquí estaré. De esas malas vibras te protegeré. Actitud tienes tú, no te importa lo que otros dicen de ella. Me han tocado esas nubes grises en color. Tu calor me hace bien cuando hace tanto frío. Tanto amor, tanto amor, tanto amor. Te adoro, adoro, tú eres mi tesoro. Tú calmas mis penas y también mis antojos. Mi tesoro, mi tesoro. Sé que todo nos va a salir bien guay. Soy tu bebé, mami, y tú eres mi tesoro. Tú eres todo lo que yo he querido, y eso lo sabes, ¿no? Así que vámonos, no le necesites decir a nadie.